So there are 4 months left of this year. We're currently in September, October, November, and December. Now, in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys how I'm going to make sure that 2025 becomes my best year yet. Now, every single year, guys, people always claim that this year is going to be my year. And I have just come to find that if you are somebody that wants to make sure that 2025 becomes your best year yet, then follow these methods that I'm going to use to make sure that next year becomes my best year yet. Hey there, champions, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Koketso Muluti, and on this channel I talk about different kinds of opportunities out there. I talk about online opportunities, local opportunities, and international opportunities. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe and then click on the notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop a video. So I have just observed, I've always just been observing, right? That if you set your goals and you are very clear on what is it that you want to do, you can literally reach any goal that you set your mind to, as long as you are committed to the process and you are really determined to get to where you want to go. And the very first thing that I am fixing in order to make sure that 2025 becomes my best year yet is I am working on the discipline of setting my mind to something and following through on a consistent basis. It all starts in the mind. Anything that you want to do, before you can even think about whatever goals that is it that you want to achieve, I work firstly on my mentality and making sure that my mentality is fueled up. And how do I kind of achieve to making sure that I've got a healthy mindset to tackle 2025 is, number one, I feed my mind with good stuff that are going to good content rather that is going to help me build and kind of thrive in 2025. And one of the best videos that I've watched so far, and I watched it also at the beginning of this year, it's called the 12-week year, and it's actually a book, but I watched it here on YouTube, and I've also watched videos of a lot of YouTube creators that talk about that particular book. And basically its concept is that in order for you to achieve your goals, if you break it down into 12 weeks and you just kind of set about 2 goals or 3 goals and you tackle them into that 12 weeks, then you tend to really push yourself, and you kind of tend to be more productive because you're only focusing on that one goal and paying it special attention. And for me, that has really worked because I used that method in 2024, and I've really seen a lot of progress. So guys, don't sleep on watching that video. I think I'm going to link the exact video that I was watching in that exact video. The second thing is I have set really clear goals and achievable goals, and I have written them down. Guys, don't underestimate the power of writing things down and visualizing things down. I've been writing things down ever since 2023, and it has really been beneficial in my life, not only when the times are hard and I forget why I started what I wanted to do, because I also have that written down. After I finish writing the goals, one of the things that I write down is why I want to achieve this goal, and then I write down also how I'm going to achieve that goal in realistically, as in in a day-to-day basis, in terms of the resources I have already, and how I'm going to just kind of keep building on that. Because obviously, guys, your goals have to be very realistic. If you want to, let's say I'm going to become a millionaire in 2025, you have to have started something, right? You cannot just set a random goal where you're I'm going to kind of become a millionaire, but you don't even know how you're going to get there. I have seen people where it has worked for them, but guys, let's be real, it works for those people, but for me, I've just come to find that when I'm more realistic about my goals, I do achieve things, and as people, we don't achieve things in the same time. Now, the third important thing that I am doing is I am already working on the goals that I want to achieve for next year, this year. I have already started putting systems in place for them. So by the time January 2025 comes, I would have been well within those goals, and it's going to be easier to kind of achieve the goals that I want to achieve. Okay, and it's guys, it's true what they say, that it takes 3 months to build a habit, and as I said, there are 4 months left. So make sure that you already have that habit, and those habits are kind of automated into your day-to-day life, and it's just kind of natural for you. Number 4, let's call it taking out the trash, getting rid of anything that doesn't serve to your highest purpose. And I had already started doing that in 2024, and I'm very proud of myself in this department, because all the people that I have kind of said that they're no longer kind of going to be in my life because they either disrespect me, we don't understand each other, we're not on the same paths, whatever the reason is, I have stood on business, and I'm very proud of myself for doing so, and it's been very hard, I'm not going to lie, and it has been a really emotional roller coaster of healing from that, and kind of mourning old relationships, and introspecting, is there something wrong with me, doubting the decisions that I've made, and wanting sometimes to even go back. But I'm so proud of myself that I have stood on business, because it is not easy doing so. We're always trying to kind of make like healing, like you're just gonna wake up one day, cut out all the people in your life that don't add good, and then after that just kind of carry on. And it's a process, and it is a very hard process at that. So I do warn you that it's taking out the trash is really hard. The next thing obviously is holding myself accountable in terms of this topic of taking out the trash, holding myself accountable, because it's really important to hold yourself accountable to the things that I do, and owning up to my mistakes and owning up to my bad decisions, so that I'm able to eradicate my decisions and kind of just turn the things around. Because guys, it's never too late to turn things around, and like, don't be afraid to start from scratch, because guys, we are humans, just remember that whenever you're going back to an old bad habit that doesn't serve your higher good, you kind of just taking 3 steps back. But that doesn't mean that the next time after you're finished rising up from that you're not going to take 7 steps back and kind of just move on forward. The 5th thing that I'm going to be doing in order to make sure that 2025 becomes my best year yet is standing firm within the identity that I've created for myself, and that goes from head to toe, and that also goes for my spiritual life, for my relationships, for like my health, taking care of myself, and just kind of how I view myself, kind of having an identity shifting how I view myself, how I view my body, how I interact with different types of people, so kind of standing firm within the identity, the new identity that I have set for myself. And once again, guys, I had started already doing so in 2020, in 2024. I think by my birthday, I had really set kind of a whole, this particular goal I set on my birthday, and it's around June. So by June, I had already started kind of developing these habits in terms of creating my new identity and what is it that I want to become. And yeah, and I think this more is a very long-term thing. I'm currently 27, and I've given myself, so basically, because I set the goal like in June, when was my birthday, so I basically kind of gave myself like 4 years, so which is 27, 28, 29, 30. So basically I'm giving myself like the next 4 years to really kind of work on myself, like really. Okay, I'm also going to work on myself in my 30s. But I mean, like, the goal is by the time I get to the 3rd floor, guys, that I would have well within understood who I am as a person, understand my people that are for me. I would have kind of more or less where I'm going with my career, myself as a parent, developing better myself as a parent, having a better relationship with my parents, appreciating them more, because guys, these people are getting old, so having a better relationship, bonding more with them, having a better understanding, just kind of, guys, moving from one level to another level, and just keep on adding to the sister, so that's basically it's a long race, but I am going to be working like in 2025, and the next year's coming on 4th. Now, the very last thing, number 6, that I'm going to do to make sure that 2025 becomes my best year yet is, guys, I'm no longer sharing more about what my goal is. This is what I want. Listen, I'm just coming afterwards. I'm just going to be action orientated. I am just kind of killing it now and going after exactly all the things that I want, and just kind of going after it. No matter how scared I am, no matter how much imposter syndrome I have, I'm just kind of going for it. And as I said already, guys, that I've already started within that this year, and next year is just going to be a continuation of me doing what I had already started doing this year. So yes, guys, yeah, man, and that is kind of all that I have. So just being very action orientated, less talk, more action, and kind of just letting the work do itself. I feel like I'm at that place, guys. I don't feel like I owe anybody an explanation of my life and how my life is turning out, and when I'm changing things and what I have changed. And anybody that doesn't understand, or that is not in alignment, or doesn't accept me for who I really am, I feel like that is going to be part of the group that I'm like, okay, in the trash. You currently don't serve a purpose in the season that I'm at, right? Because that's another thing to remember. Just because somebody doesn't serve a purpose in this particular season, that doesn't mean that in the next season they won't be useful. So yeah, and just some quick things to remember when adding to all the things that I'm going to do in 2025 to make sure that that year becomes my best year yet. I'm going to set boundaries. Number 2, I am going to be intentional. I am going to be consistent. I am going to be disciplined. I am not going to be afraid of starting over. And kind of like, guys, don't ever be afraid of starting over. When things don't go the way that you wanted them to work, don't be afraid of going over. And obviously, the very, very, very last thing, and the largest thing, and this should have just been number 1, is increasing my faith, and like just being rooted in God, and making sure that I am following His plan for my life versus what I want for my life, because I've just come to find, guys, that God just has got greater things than what I want for myself. And sometimes you might not understand, guys, the things that God wants to do with your life, especially when it is taking longer and you feel like, but then this, but then this, but then that. So I've just kind of opened my heart to allowing Him to come into my life and kind of do as He pleases. And yes, guys, so these are all the things that I am going to do, or that I feel comfortable with sharing with you guys in 2025 to make sure the next year becomes my best year yet. But it is giving, guys, good vibes. I feel like I'm so excited about the year that is the next year, and purely because I have already started doing the work, and it kind of leaves me with better confidence for kind of being like, wow, like I'm just like envisioning the possibilities, guys. I'm manifesting such good things. I know good things are gonna come out of it. I cannot wait up until I just start to meet new people. I start to like gain a better understanding of myself, a better understanding of God, a better understanding of my child, seeing my child grow. I am so hungry for life. I am so excited about the possibilities of the future. And it was just so funny because this year has been such a roller coaster, and it doesn't mean, guys, that just because things haven't been going your way, it's true what they say, that after a storm there comes a rainbow. And I just cannot wait for my rainbow in 2025. So yes, guys. Oh, it doesn't mean also that there are not going to be any challenges. That doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that things are just going to go like, but good things are going to come out of it. That's what I know. So yes, guys, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you guys once again for watching. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for, guys? What are you waiting for? Because I keep on producing fire content. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to comment also down in the comment section below. I always appreciate hearing from you guys, all your guys' good vibes and giving me the good comments, and just appreciating my content just kind of helps me just moves me from one space to another space in terms of creating my content. So thank you guys so much for all the love. Love you guys. Up until next time. Bye.